When it comes to concrete, we've got you covered. Rowpaint.com offers custom concrete coating services for your garage, business, warehouse, and more. And we do it in one day. We are your complete concrete coatings solution.
This is Bronco Nation News Live. The best interviews, the most informed opinions, the latest breaking news, all from the top Boise State insiders. Now, here's four-time NSMA Idaho Sports Writer of the Year, BJ Rains, with another edition of Bronco Nation News Live.
Well, greetings, Boise State fans. Happy Monday to you, where it's another week. And Mondays with Mallory is back again. Bronco Nation News Live here at bronconationnews.com. BJ Rains with you, as always, on our 9 a.m. morning show here. And joined today, as I said, by John Mallory. He's there in the rowpaint.com studios, which means we're broadcasting on the social media channels today of Bronco Nation News and KTIK The Ticket. We're also on the audio podcast if you're listening to that later on iTunes, Spotify, Amazon Music, all that good stuff. But Johnny, it's another week, man, and appreciate you for getting up a little early to start it with us.
Beautiful day, right? I mean, I hope the weather stays like this. I mean, I drove in. I get on from the Eagle exit, driving east into downtown every morning, and today was a spectacular drive. I had the sunroof open. It was like 66 on my temperature and my rig, and I'm like, okay, this is going to be a fun week. Knowing Idaho, though, it'll probably start snowing by lunch. I hope not. But, man, this weather is spectacular. It was easy to get up a little earlier on this Monday. So I'm fired up. I'm ready to go. And let's have some fun today, BJ. Thanks again for having me on.
Yeah, first time in a while. Didn't need a little light jacket taking Naismith out to the bus this morning. But this is golf weather, so we're going to go ahead and give away a free round of golf today at Timberstone. If you want to play, just put in the comments why you think you should win, or give us a good comment or question during the show, and at the end of the show we will pick someone to win a free golf round at Timberstone Golf Course. And Johnny, speaking of Timberstone, you said someone had reached out to you on the text line there at the show trying to get information. We got about 4 foursomes left, so we're under 3 weeks away for the golf tournament on June 3rd. You're going to be out there doing the show that day. It's going to be a fun time, and we got about 4 foursomes left. So anybody that wants to get in, email me, Rains at bronconationnews.com, and we'll get that done here and hopefully sell out by the end of the week. Jordan Morales chiming in. Happy Monday. Would have been a little happier to celebrate the NCAA tournament appearance for the softball team, but the wagon will continue to roll next year. Yeah, that was a little disappointing, Johnny. I know you're not huge into Boise State softball, but to go 40-10 and miss out on the NCAA tournament. I know they're kind of right on the bubble going in, but Coach Justin Schultz coming over as an assistant from Oregon, and in his first year, man, they put up some huge offensive numbers, tied the school record for wins with 40. Did all they could do, won 12 in a row to end the regular season, but they had a 1-5 stretch there in the middle of the year where they got swept by UNLV and lost 2 out of 3 to San Diego State, even though one of them was like a 13-inning game, but that kind of did them in. So tough last night to not see the softball team get in, but 40 wins, ties the school record, and it looks like Jeremiah Dickey made another solid hire with Justin Schultz, and the softball team looks to have some promise moving forward.
Yeah, certainly looks like it. I think expectations will be mega high going into next year. You'd like to see a recruiting uptick for all those reasons you just mentioned. And yeah, bummer you didn't get in. I didn't realize that those UNLV and San Diego State losses, as you just indicated, came in the middle of the season, which I think is another kind of bummer. I mean, how are you playing right now? I don't know exactly how they finished it. I don't cover
12 in a row. They won 12 in a row to finish.
So they're on a 12-game winning streak, and they got left out of that tournament. Yeah, I think that's a bit of a buzzkill there. I don't cover the softball team. Obviously, I want them to do well. It helps this community. It helps my show. It helps you. So big bummer. And hopefully next year, hey, they start with some big expectations and get this thing going.
Dennis says they need to practice for the tourney on the 3rd. Can't wait. Dennis, you got to email me back because I think you were the one that emailed me, said you were interested, but I don't have you signed up yet. So if you want in, Dennis, we got to lock that in before we sell out. And yes, somebody commented I am wearing the always support the sponsors with the free hats, right, Johnny? I know you got the row paint hat somewhere. So
I got a lot of free hats, man. Yeah.
Timberstone threw me a hat, and yes, I'm wearing it today. And yes, I think I actually have the double dip here with the row paint polo. Do you have one of these, Johnny?
No, I have several row paint shirts. I have not got the polo yet.
Okay.
I'll request one from JP after this hit.
It's a nice looking polo. Yeah, so they got some trash talking going on in the message boards here. Big Wade says going in cold for the tourney, not practicing. Says free drinks will help. That's the one thing about Johnny. He's got to do his show afterwards, so he can't partake in the free beverages on the course for this one, Johnny. That might hurt your game a little bit.
No, it won't. It will help my game, and my game needs a tremendous amount of help. Me and you, Bud, we got to get to the range a couple times between now and your tournament because I got to hit a few buckets of balls. I haven't swung a golf club in probably 7 or 8 years at a course. So, I'm going to embarrass myself and everybody around me. So I got to get there and at least get some reps in. But it's all about the fun, and that's why I'm participating.
Yeah.
And, the show will be fun out there at Timberstone, too. Hopefully the weather will contribute. I mean, it's June 3rd. You'd think we'd have spectacular weather on that day too, BJ. So
I'd take the weather we have right now. I'll tell you that. I think I haven't told you yet, but I think you and Jay Tuss will be out there doing the ceremonial first tee shot of the tournament. So we'll get you and Jay out there, and kind of like Jack Nicklaus and they do, before the Masters. You guys
are you trying to embarrass me, man? Like you should get Prater out there, dude. You should get JP out there. I want to see JP swing a club. I've heard a lot of stories about his golf game, and is JP golfing in this thing or no?
Yeah, you're all in it. Yeah, you're all in it.
Okay, sweet.
Yeah, that was the original plan, unless that had to change here. Yeah, he's hopefully going to be in it. But
I looked for him. JP left. He's not on the other side of the glass right now.
Rudy says ball game's going to need that swing juice. Big Wade says air ball game with ball game. I don't know, Johnny. We do have the video of you airballing the free throw. Now folks are chiming in about your golf game. You're not going to just miss one completely, are you, for us? I like the form, though. The form looks all right.
I might miss the ball. BJ, I'm not. BJ, I stink. So at golf and a lot of other things. So
well, you're coming out there
and I'll have
good cause. You're trying to help us be able to continue to pay you to do these shows. So I told you had to show up. That's where some of the money's going for. But we're going to donate money to some good charities. Have fun. Kurt says his bet's on Tim Duryea as being the top golfer out there.
Oh, really? He can golf. He can swing it. Coach D.
He's pretty good. Coach Burns. Coach Moats will be out there. Again, we got both golf coaches, Dan Potter as well as Kalen Downs.
Potter's going to win if there's a champion. No one's going to beat Potter. I've heard stories about his game. He can still swing it.
Well, I mean, if you're the men's golf coach, you probably should be decent at golf, right?
Really decent at golf. And he was a tremendous golfer at the University of Washington back in the day. Yeah. Potter was. So, no, if I had money, it would be on Coach Potter. I haven't seen the rest of the field. But, I mean, unless Troy Merritt is showing up, I'm going with Dan Potter.
I did reach out to
Troy.
Graham Dillette, actually, but he's got a tournament that week. He's playing. He's back now. He's healthier and stuff. So I did try to talk to Graham, former golfer at Boise State. He couldn't do it as well. But Don Mo says can't afford to go out there to practice with the price of gas right now. That's not
Donnie.
Big Wade says going to be a good time. So yeah, we're starting. It's I did wake up today and felt like golf weather. So it is kind of exciting. And I'll throw a shameless plug in there. If you do have if you're a local business owner or you do have anything you could donate to the raffle, that's the last thing I'm kind of worried about or working on, Johnny's the raffle here. So we're going to give away some golf bags. Our friend Kellen Moore actually had me send him down a couple of things to sign, and he's in the process of sending them back. So we're going to have a couple autographed items from Kellen awesome. For the raffle, a couple other things we're working on. So I know the head pro out there, Timberstone's giving out three free lessons is one of the raffle items. So maybe you'll win that, Johnny. But going to be a lot of fun, great weather. And I was out there on Friday with Chef Wally, man. He's talking about where he's going to put the truck and where he's going to set up the tables. And anybody that knows Chef Wally, he doesn't half-ass anything. And if Chef Wally says he's putting together a buffet for lunch, it's going to be a heck of a meal, Johnny.
It'll be spectacular. He's one of the best in the business. Certainly his food, some of the best I've ever tasted ever at any level. He's high-level, world-class style chef, and we are really lucky. You are really lucky that he bought this new trailer. He's got this new rig, Just Cater It. That's the business. And he's going to put on a major show on that tournament. Everybody will be leaving your tournament saying, man, that food, Holy shnikey.
Well, again, three or four foursomes left. So reach out to me, Rains at Bronco Nation News, if you want to get in. Rains at BroncoNationNews.com, and we'll sign you up. Johnny, let's continue our countdown here. Number 20, and you've lucked out so far. You're actually staying in the same position for yours, but I had Jay Tuss, he was complaining a little bit. He said he didn't realize, he said when he was doing the order, he should have figured out which ones would be Tuesdays and Fridays. And Jay said he would have, fought to rearrange it a little bit so it worked out better for him. He's talking Jackson Cravens and D-line last week, while Prater got to talk about, Taylon Green. And, there's different levels of excitement when it comes to some of the players. But I think you lucked out again today because pretty exciting talent here at number 20. Running back Ashton Jeanty. You see his photo on the screen there. Ashton Jeanty comes in at number 20. We're continuing our 25 players, our countdown of the 25 most important players to the Boise State football team during the 2022 season. And again, it's not best. It's not, who's going to have the most stats. It's importance to the team in 2022. And Ashton Jeanty, the exciting freshman, makes the list here, Johnny, for a number of reasons. But most importantly, it looks like he's the number 2 running back right now, and looks like he's going to get some significant playing time as a true freshman.
Now, you talk about stats. Look at Ashton Jeanty in high school. Holy smokes. His senior year had over 2,600 scrimmage yards. I think 800 of those came on the receiving end, so he has the dual threat. Before this guy got the running back gig at his high school, he played wide receiver, and he was first team All-State in his classification in Texas as a wideout. He's 5'8" as well, so he was probably working in the slot, that type of position for the receiver. And he's just been a spectacular high school player when you look that up. And, those numbers don't always translate. Obviously, it's a much different level. But to have that confidence, I know Ashton Jeanty's sitting there, and he's not wondering if he can do well at this level. He's just waiting to get his opportunity to do well at this level. It's just going to be interesting to see how well or how quickly, KB, the running back coach, can get to him. I mean, Keith Bonaparte, you're talking one of the better running back coaches in the country, right? I mean, his resume more than speaks for itself with KB. And for Ashton Jeanty to get that type of tutelage, you would expect him just to be a sponge in the running back room, right? A lot of it's going to be terminology. This is not the Ashton Jeanty show, which it was the last couple of years for this kid at high school. Now, all of a sudden, he's got to learn, okay, I might get in on some third downs. I might be a goal line guy. Who knows? I don't know when I'm going to get in. I don't know if the guy ahead of me is going to get hurt. I just have to be ready and wait, and that's going to be tough. But hopefully KB gets in there and the pass pro, the terminology on that type of stuff. There's just a lot of learning here, and it's probably why the kid came here early, right? He wants to get a jump start on this thing. Could you imagine, like old school style? He's not even here yet, BJ. He's still in high school right now. He's got graduation probably next week. Nah, dude, he's been here since New Year's, essentially. He's been here now almost 6 months. Gosh, what you would think, what a way to get ahead of the game to kind of mask that learning curve a little bit more. And that's why you see so many players now foregoing their final semester of high school and say, I got to get on that campus. I got to learn because I want to see the field quicker. And Ashton Jeanty, he looked okay in the spring game. I know he had that touchdown, and I think there's a role to be had. AVB, gone. Cyrus Habibi Likio, CHL, gone. So we'll see if Ashton Jeanty can figure out and factor into this running back room and get some field time. And I know I know why he's number 20 on your list, BJ, because a lot of people are really excited about him. I remember hearing from the coaches, BJ, when they got this kid, it was a big deal for that coaching staff. They really wanted this dude, and they got him.
Yeah, they had TCU in California coming in late right before signing day, so you hold off, TCU right there, Big 12 school in Texas.
Yep.
You hold off California. You mentioned the stats. Yeah, more than 2,600 yards, 41 touchdowns as a senior, was there at Lone Star High School in Texas. To be exact, 1,843 rushing yards. That's 8 yards a carry. So for his entire senior season, he averaged 8 yards a carry in high school, 31 touchdowns as a senior. And then, as you said, 810 receiving yards, 41 catches, 10 more touchdowns. Was ranked as the 27th best running back in the country from 247 Sports. And in the talent state rich of Texas, Johnny, was the number 42 overall prospect in the entire state of Texas. And they've done this. They've done this, Johnny, where those, George Helani rushed for 1,000 yards as a freshman. Alexander Madison, Jeremy McNichols. I mean, running back is a position where freshmen have come in at Boise State and made impacts and played. And you mentioned it right there earlier with the fact that it's not just that he has talent. He's all of a sudden comes in right at number 2 on the depth chart. I mean, you don't have the guys you said. Maybe they still go out and add some veteran in the transfer portal. I don't know. But right now, and let's face it, George Helani is yet to prove in the last couple of years that he can play a full season. It was why I had Tyler Crow on this list, because I think you're probably going to see guys other than George Helani need to play big roles at running back at some point this season. Man, I hope George Helani carries it 25 times a game and plays every game, and we don't really hear much from these guys. I would love that, but history has shown with the knee or whatever the last couple of years, Johnny, that something's going to happen to George Helani at some point, and he may miss a game or two, and a guy like Ashton Genty is going to be huge. And I also throw in there, Johnny, that I know it's not the exact same position, but that Khalil Shakir weapon type role where you give him a handoff in the backfield. You have him line up in the slot and take an end around. You have him take a direct snap in the Wildcat formation. I see maybe some of that kind of gadget type stuff that they use Shakir for. Maybe a guy like Genty can be that kind of playmaker, that guy that Swiss Army knife that Tim Plow can kind of find creative ways to get the ball in his hands and do things. I mean, he's listed at 5'8", 200 pounds, 5'8", 200 pounds. And when we saw him there in, up close at spring practice, Johnny, he was the one guy everybody was kind of looking at. He looks bigger in pads, man. He looks like he doesn't look like some really tiny 5'8" guy. He plays bigger. He looks like he's belongs out there on the field with some of those guys. And I just feel like they're going to have to find a way to find a role for him in whatever way they can right away this fall.
I love the idea on the fly sweep. I'm sure, he took a lot of carries, a lot of handoffs from the fly sweep in high school, Ashton Genty. So if you're saying are Boise State fans going to see a lot of formations with Helani and Ashton Genty out there together, sure. I think that's up to Ashton Genty. If he's able to learn quick enough and get out there and give this coaching staff confidence that they can play him on serious snaps during the game. I don't think this coaching staff, if they have to give George Helani 25 plus touches, that's carries and catches, they will. They need to win games. But if they don't have to do that and they can give Genty some of that workload and let Helani, preserve a full season, they'll do that too, I think. So it's all going to come down to whether or not they feel that they can give this kid the rock in key situations right off the bat. Again, we talked about his pedigree. It looks like he could be willing in that situation. We talked about the running back coach, a guy who's used to this. We know Keith Bonaparte in past years. I've studied this guy when he was in Seattle with Chris Peterson too. Obviously the times that he was here in Boise before. Look at the running backs that he's worked with, especially at Boise State, BJ. Workhorse, bell cow backs is what this program used to. You go back to Brock Forsey. They like just having the one guy, and they hammer that dude, and they ride that guy. They throw him passes. They give him the ball in hand. They give him the ball on carries. They asked him to protect the passer. That's what Boise State, when they've had that opportunity before, with the Jay Ajayis, the Doug Martins, KB, coach both those guys. No, they want the workhorse, The name is escaping me right now. I don't know why it is. He's a Seattle kid. He plays for the Dolphins right now. Check that. Myles Gaskin. Keith Bonaparte had Myles Gaskin at Washington. He might be the number 1 or number 2 rushing leader in the history of that storied program. So they like having the guy, capital T, capital G. If that's not going to be George Helani, BJ, and he'll get every opportunity probably, then all of a sudden you're going to start looking down the list. Who else can help us? And I think it's a good problem to have. And I know Bronco Nation's excited about Ashton Genty, and they should be. And he comes with a lot of accolades. And like you said, you watch him on the field, and you don't look at him and say, oh, yeah, that's the young freshman kid. Oh, he's got to put on a lot of pounds. Oh, he's got a lot of work to do, but down the road, he might be special. People are already looking to see what he's going to do year one. So I think that's a pretty big indication right there. And the coaches don't shy away from that. I haven't heard any coach say, whoa, pump the brakes on Genty. He is not ready. I've not heard any coach tell me that. Maybe they said that to you, but I doubt it.
No, they didn't. And I want to hear from Ashton Genty in just a second here. But first, I want to tell you about Transportation Compliance Service. 1,000 people a day are becoming truck drivers, getting into the industry. It's booming right now because of the pandemic. So if you're looking for a fresh start or career change, just check them out, transcomservice.com. Give them a call. They're a national company, but they're based here in the Treasure Valley, and they can do all the permits, all the things you need to get you out there towing that first load. Another national company that is based here in the Treasure Valley, United Commercial Insurance. They can write business insurance policies in 44 states around the country. Most companies can only do a couple, 44 states around the country. United Commercial Insurance, one of our great supporters and viewers, Rudy, reached out, and they've got a deal they're working on. So they would love to help you guys. I can help make the connection if you need me to. If you're a business owner, give them a call. Ask for Brandon. You think you got good business insurance, they can help you do better. And happy to report no cavities, Johnny. I went and saw Dr. Meinert last week at Boise Dentistry Co. Teeth are looking good, and so check them out, boisedentistryco.com. Full family dentistry, and so our family is very happy we made the switch. So if you're looking for a new dentist and you want to talk some BSU sports while you're in the chair there, Dr. Meinert's your guy, man. boisedentistryco.com. Check him out, and he will be at the golf tournament, and JL Skinner will be at the golf tournament on behalf of Boise Dentistry Co., Johnny. So folks will be able to meet JL Skinner and get a picture with him. I think he'll be out at their tee box passing out some goodies. So it's going to be fun to see him out there. But thank you to Boise Dentistry Co. We got the comments rolling in here. Perry says Helani and Genty could be an incredible duo, Johnny. Big Wade says 200 pounds at that height is a beast. Hopefully the frame can handle that weight and abuse. We were probably, 10 feet from him during some of those spring practices, Johnny. He didn't, it didn't look like some guy that was, top heavy or was just, he fit the pads. I don't know how to explain it, but he looked like he belonged out there.
Yeah, I did. He looks like he's ready to go, and he looks like he's a little further on his, his adult growth spurt than a lot of kids at that age. And again, that's why this coaching staff, when they signed this kid, there was a special buzz around it. They really wanted this dude, and they got him, and they're pumped.
All right, let's hear from Ashton Genty. When he signed back in December, this is probably a week or a couple days before signing day, I had a chance to catch up with him and talked about what he's going to bring to the table and his skills. It's only about a 1-minute clip here, but here's Ashton Genty back from December when he signed, about 1 minute talking about Boise State.
Just me as a player, I leave it all out on the field every game. I feel like I'm a great teammate to have too, because I'm always lifting up people. I feel like wherever I go, I make people better, and I'm just a hard worker. And it's gonna be a great 3 to 4 years me playing running back there, and I'm hoping to be the next great running back that comes to Boise.
Yeah, what does that mean? See Alexander Madison, we see him doing things up there for the Minnesota Vikings. You got Jeremy McNichols doing things with Derrick Henry there, with the Titans. There's, Jay Ajayi was obviously drafted, went into the league down there from near, in Texas, near in your area. How big was that for you when you looked at Boise State to see some of the success that they've had of running backs making it to the next level?
It was really big seeing that, because before they even offered, I didn't really know too much about Boise State and their history, but as I kept talking to them, doing my research, it was amazing to see that, and I was really happy that I could have a chance to go be the next great running back.
Well, there you go, Johnny. He wants to be the next great running back at Boise State.
3 to 4 years.
I was going to say, he did say 3 to 4 years. I guess
kids are these days, man. They want to get in and they want to get out, man. They want their 3 years. They want to get to the league. Crazy, yeah.
I guess you'd rather him say 3 than 5. You want him to dream big, right?
Yeah, exactly, right? It does. Yeah, whatever he says, 3, 4, 5 years.
If he's only there 3 years, that means that his 3 years probably went pretty well, and Boise State would probably take that.
They'd take that. No question, Boise State would take that if they become one of these programs that has dudes leaving early every single year, 100%. Now, the one thing that caught my ear there, BJ, was, I didn't really know much about Boise State till they recruited me. And then I did my research and I saw all their running backs. And you think about it, Ashton Genty's 18, 19. So he was what?
Dude, we're getting to that point where guys, the first Fiesta Bowl, they weren't even alive almost.
That's where I'm going. Yeah. Ian Johnson running into the end zone behind Ryan Clady on the 2-point conversion and the magical moment that it was that still gets talked about in this town every single day. These kids, now that they're recruiting, they don't. They were 2 years old. They don't remember it. They didn't even know what football was at that point, which is, to me, stressing the importance from Jeremiah Dickey all the way down to get those memories back and get Boise State on the forefront or mentioned with kids coming out today, because it's getting to the point where, we're the old guys now. We're talking about the 06 team. We're talking about the Kellen era. That was now all over a decade ago. I go like Brock Forsey. These guys probably think Brock Forsey played with leather helmets, man. That's how long it's been. So I think that adds to the importance to reset this thing and get new mega moments with this football program. Easier said than done. But to get these, where guys coming up, a 10, 11-year-old right now is going to watch Ashton Genty or Hank Bachmeier, Khalil Shakir last year. And then all of a sudden, Boise State's going to take on a meaning for this generation the way it did for kids who were signing up to play like Kellen's era, the kids who were in high school when the initial Fiesta Bowl magic happened, that type of thing. But it's crazy to think back on it, and I don't fault Ashton Genty for that. He was 3 years old when that happened. He lives in Texas. There's plenty of stuff going on in football in the state of Texas. He doesn't know about Boise State. He knows they got a blue field, they got cool uniforms and this type of thing, but I don't fault these kids for not knowing that. Boise State's got to make some new memories, and hopefully for Idaho Sports Talk and BNN, they do.
Well, and one of the companies that benefited greatly from that first Fiesta Bowl was the Blue and Orange store. They opened right before that, and they're obviously doing very well right now. So check them out, theblueandorangestore.com. If you're not in the Treasure Valley, if you are, you can check them out at the Boise Town Square Mall. All the great Nike gear, all the hats, the jerseys, you name it, theblueandorangestore.com. And they actually donated, Johnny, the mini helmets that I sent down to Kellen Moore. So we appreciate the Blue and Orange store for helping out and doing that, and hopefully you'll go support them, whether it's online or in-store. Ridley's Family Markets as well, shopridleys.com. 13 Idaho locations. They got the at-home shopping, the Skip app, all that great stuff, and we really appreciate their support. So check them out. Frequent the Cuno location. I know you have as well, Johnny. shopridleys.com. And we got to give away this round of golf before we get out of here, Johnny. We got to help me decide here on the winner. But Timberstone Golf Course, playtimberstone.com. Great course. If you want to get out there and get a practice round in before the tournament, it's a great idea. It's great weather this week, it looks like, coming up. So the best greens in the Valley. They've been voted like 6 years running the best greens in the Valley. So get out there at Timberstone. You can get your tee time. Playtimberstone.com. It's a great course, and we appreciate them for partnering with us at Bronco Nation News. Who are we going to go with? I'm trying to see here on the comments. Anybody take a shot at Johnny? We can take a.
Yeah, I was thinking of that. Whoever had the funniest shot at my expense, hook them up. But I don't want to encourage that too much more.
Yeah, that's
true. Enough of that on Idaho Sports Talk, BJ. But what about first person who types in the name of the high school that Ashton Genty went to wins the.
Okay, we got about a minute and a half left in the show, so we'll do that right now.
Type it in.
Ashton Genty, where did he go to high school? I said it on the air, or I guess you can Google it real quick. But if you want to play a round of golf at Timberstone Golf Course, you just have to get it in the comments here, and it's got to be on Facebook or YouTube. That's where they pop up for us on the chat here, Facebook or YouTube. That's a good idea moving forward to do some sort of trivia question, even if they Google it. It's whoever's fast enough. If you want a round of golf at Timberstone, you got about 60 seconds left. Where did Ashton Genty play high school? First person to reply here in the comments.
The name of the high school, not the state. The name of his high school.
The name of the high school, and somebody was close, but they didn't get it.
Nice. What'd they say?
I guess I'll give it away. We'll see. I'll wait till we get the correct version, then I'll tell you. You replied with it. All right. We got our winner. First, he said Love Star, and then he had miscorrected it, and then he said Lone Star.
Dennis Beebe.
Big Wade. It was not Dos Equis High School. No, Big Wade.
That's where Big Wade went, and I don't think he graduated.
All right,
Dennis Beebe. That's Don Beebe's little brother, the ex-NFL player, the receiver, Don Beebe. That's his brother.
Well, he's wanting to get in our tournament, so I'll make him the trade. If he signs up for the tournament, I'll give him the free round. How about that? That's a fair trade. But Dennis, appreciate it. Congratulations. Please email me, Dennis, and I'll get your address and I'll send this to you. Just send me an email, which you already had before, but I'll email this to you. Love Star was Ball Games High School, according to Rudy.
Love Star. Sounds like I was probably pretty cool there.
Hey, man, anything to tease on the show this week or today coming up for you guys?
Yeah, we're looking fun. It's going to be fun, man. Obviously, do our Boise State stuff like we do it. Get you ready for, NFL, NBA. There's just always stuff we're talking about here on the program. Going to have some fun, kind of make you laugh, make you think, and a place for sports geeks to go hang out from 3 to 6 and check us out on all our other social media channels and the podcast and all that stuff. Idaho Sports Talk. Hopefully we get weather like this all day, man. All week I meant.
Just need that Johnny 307 gear we can start giving away on the show.
It's going to be big, man. We're working on some stuff there. I got to pump out the shirts, man. I don't have enough to sell people. People are asking me to buy stuff, and I'm like, dude, I don't have my gear yet, so I got to get on it.
Appreciate you, man, for another week. Appreciate John Patrick in the background for helping get us on the air. We'll be listening 3 o'clock today. Prater in the ball game, Idaho Sports Talk with JP Prater and Johnny, 3 to 6, 95.3 FM, 1350 AM. You can listen KTIK app, KTIK.com. So listen to them all week. You can listen to us every morning. And appreciate it, Johnny. We'll talk to you later, man.
Thanks, bud.
All right, guys, talk to you later. This was another edition of Bronco Nation News Live, BroncoNationNews.com. Hope you sign up for that golf tournament. We'll talk to you tomorrow morning. Jay Tust will break down number 19. This has been Bronco Nation News Live, BroncoNationNews.com.